Hey guys, I feel so excited to be making videos again. If you've caught any of my other work, just know that I really wanted to reorient myself, go deeper into my own process. Currently I'm about 2 sessions into the artist way. I still have my morning pages to do and it's about 5 o'clock, but I've gotten into a really sustained rhythm as far as making music, painting almost daily, or making some sort of creative project. Journaling has been my therapist that I've needed for so long, and I just want to take you through a bit of the creations that I've been working on. I feel like I'm reaching my era of just shining bright as the star that I am. Okay, so now I have gotten all of the fabric set up in a way that's easier because I don't have a sewing table. I put 2 safety pins into the edge of the fabric, and honestly, I've never used a sewing machine before. Everything I've done has been hand stitching. Since I was a kid, I made my American Girl dolls dresses, which turned out really well actually. This has got to be easier than hand stitching a sweater and skirt. So let's see. Oh, it's working! Oh, it got stuck. Okay. Well, this feels really good. From here, my 6-year-old just informed me that she would like a dress. So I feel like now that I've done the hardest part, which was get the whole thing set up, it can't be much more of a challenge aside from just getting designs set up. This is our location for the video shoot, literal perfection from heaven, and I'm so happy that we're gonna work with natural lighting for the whole thing and all my props. So I am working with epoxy today, and I have just mixed up some resin and hardener. And I'm really excited because I've poured epoxy before, and now I'm sort of combining my projects. So you can see the tripod legs, but hello. This is my now almost perfectly jelly and hardened mix. I was stirring as I was doing a vocal lesson because you know me, I love stacking my projects. So I'm going to repeat the process for this last little guy over here, and this is going to be a prop for my upcoming music video. Rather than have actual tea attempts in this set of teacups, excuse my neighbor, I decided I was going to opt for using more of my epoxy, which I am getting used to, I'm getting a handle on, and I'm really loving it, honestly, because of how it kind of preserves something that otherwise really I've never been able to archive before. Oh shoot, it got a little dribble. We don't need too much in this one, and I wanted to go for this shell. So this was my first attempt at epoxy, and then I had a few that I guess were not mixed well enough to come together and form the final shell, which that was sort of a random mold choice, but I totally love how it looks, and I love what it does for my mood to see these shells filled with beautiful glitter and some pearls. Botticelli is a big inspiration. They're painting the birth of Venus, and I wanted to give this a go for my tea set, which I recorded while watching this amazing movie. It was an Indian amazing romance story. Broke my heart at the end. And just in that inspiration, I decided to stick to red. I saw these teacups on Etsy where I think this person was ill or something, and they made their teacups in their bed with clay, but I'm not sure if they did clay that they fired later. This is air dried clay, which I did a layer of gesso on. I have a very large stock artist supply of it, and I get to just treat myself to like all of my ideas, which feels so life affirming. Okay, so all of my epoxy is poured. And now I'm gonna add another smidgen of glitter. This is something we got off Amazon, laser silver. And I just like to add a little bit, and you'll see it kind of like spreading. I'm sure I'm not supposed to be lifting it. I'll add 2. That one already has quite a bit. I'll add a little bit more for this guy. I like the way it spreads. It's like absorbing, but then also moving. And now, oh, best part. Okay, so I like to buy art supplies like months before I'll use them, and then, you know, I don't have very many objects. I'm not like stocking up for the end of the world, but I like adding pearls. So my grandpa always would go thrifting and thrift pearls for us, and I love how they look in the shell. And then I'm also going to add this cute little heart bead. And those are pretty easy because it's kind of hard to spell with the pearls. Like, they kind of have a mind of their own. Or I'm sorry, not pearls, but the letters. The letters can get a little crazy. They can go all sorts of ways, which I've learned. And I like to get a handle on at some point. And then just for the love of the pearls, I have some amazing ones. These I found on Etsy, the star shape, and they're only half drilled, so I decided that I could just use them for my art projects as they come up, which I think I'll do this because this concept for the music video is blending a whole bunch of ideas, which is why I love it so much. And boom, right into the shell. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let's just pray and hope for the best. That one looked like it landed all right. I'm gonna put these in the red area because I painted cadmium medium red on the inside after gessoing, and I love how it pops. So I'm gonna add that and see if you could see it, and then I'll add another pearl because these will actually be something that I sort of sell or like gift. They'll be a part of something. I saw FK Twigs did that, and I love that idea. That's a double whammy in there, so I hope that that one dries properly. Then we have more of my grandpa's pearls, which I'll add. He like got me some necklace that broke, and I just held on to it because all of the things my grandpa buys for me are keepsakes, whether or not they're real. So we have a heart in most of these. I'm gonna add the hearts here. It's already getting nice and thick, so that's a good sign because if it doesn't dry, then it's like sticky still, which is kind of problematic. We'll add a few more pearls to maybe help it sink a bit. Yeah, it did. This is the most fun activity ever. And then I have a little bit of this pink sparkly stuff, which is like kind of dangerous because it's so thick and like it can totally cloud the entire fixture. I don't have a little spoon, so I'm just gonna say a prayer. Oh, it went in. Oh my gosh, I'm happy I did the double pearl there. So I'm gonna go a little bit more slowly this time. It's still doing it. Dang it. All right, that's more like it. Like, that's all we need. It's just gonna be like extra groovy tea for the other cuts. So this is how they turned out. The final result I'm pretty happy with. I'm still not quite sure about how I'm gonna paint them. The original painting was inverse, so it was like the outer part of the mushroom was red and the inside was like white, as you can see here. But a lot of what I'm making is just new for me. It's just for fun, and I feel like that's the best way to manifest stuff. It's for fun. It's been really amazing to have gotten super consistent with my process of like waking up, writing, keeping up with my morning pages. I actually didn't read The Artist's Way. Like the first time through, I was just like, whatever, I'm a rebel. I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna just write for 3 months, and now I'm actually integrating with a book, which is like, I mean, I'm at like a really good point of week 8, which is like, you know, profound. Like it's really speaking to me. And I feel like the clarity has allowed for me to address things that usually I would kind of like let slide, because I've just gotten so used to people pleasing in my life and trying to be worthy of receiving love. Like today it came up through someone else relaying the same story to me that I've lived forever. And while it's served me up until now, it's just very like, it's almost like a repulsion of magnets as far as what's gonna work, the energy that I'm wanting to bring into projects, and like I feel that getting super clear with myself allows for me to get super clear with other people before things go too far or get in too deep. At the time that I'm filming this, Mercury is going to go retrograde on like tomorrow basically, and you know, I listened to one of my like art heroes, Purple Palace. She's touched on like how it would be really great to have certain projects done by a certain date. It's okay to not have that. Either way it goes, I'm sure it's going to be brilliant because I'm working with genius creatives, and I am at such a place with myself to where I'm more clear than ever. I'm willing to address the really hard conversations, which I think is leading to a lot more depth with my work. So I thank you for watching. Like, learning to work with my singer was a really big breakthrough, although I broke like 2 needles because I was doing something funny with like the material versus like, I figured it out later. It's a monolith for me, this like device that I've likely used in past lives before this one. But I feel really good having been consistent with my sound baths, getting really clear on my vision, making music almost every day. Like it feels really fulfilling, really good. And then also the things that I was like once terrified of don't scare me so much, and that feels like, whew, I passed the Saturn return test. I'm walking into my future grinning from ear to ear, not really with the same kinds of concerns that I've carried with me for so long. Like it feels like it's been like lifetimes long that I've had certain conflicts come up, and I would sort of like fall into this like weird uncomfortable space with myself. And I feel that the biggest breakthrough that I've had has been a consistent understanding of my emotions, a consistent understanding of what I need to feel good and at peace, and then also a willingness to confront myself in all the regards, and like to really show up for myself in my reality as I need to.